Lagos, Nigeria's commercial capital, has implemented several policy changes to enhance the protection and management of its environment, or most recently, the Local Action for Biodiversity Declaration. Well, CNBC Africa's Keisha Katari caught up with the Lagos State Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola at the 5th Lagos State Climate Change Summit and started by asking him why he felt a focus on adaptation and mitigation is key to encouraging the state's citizenry towards more environmentally friendly practices. Take a look.
Adaptation has been the central message of the experts for the survival of the human race in order to deal with the very, very clear and compelling evidence of changing climatic conditions. And I took that as the strongest message we could impact, that if people agree that they must adapt, it means that they must change. And therefore, it opens their minds much more widely to suggestions that will come from the various summit teams and summit groups. And if you are not prepared to adapt, clearly no useful purpose will be served in going to those sessions. But if you go there looking for adaptation strategies, you are likely to find something, and you are much more likely to be able to go and try out what you have found.
How does Lagos State plan to reduce its carbon footprint? Are we seeing any new or up-and-coming policies or perhaps taxation that would help to reduce the state's carbon footprint?
The first thing is to say is that there is a global regime now for measuring carbon footprint reductions and for taking financial value for them. Now, you need to establish baselines from where you started, and that is where your measurement begins to go up or down. Now, we have made a lot of gains in terms of some of the policies and programs we have implemented, more busing to reduce emission, closure of landfills and building new integrated landfills, energy initiatives to decommission massive power generating sets which are not sustainable and all of that. So, but what we need to do now is we need to recalibrate our baseline and our carbon footprint reduction measurement. It is only after we have done that that I would be in a position to say these are the commercial benefits that we have gained.
What is Lagos State doing to prepare for the impact of climate change on the physical environment, particularly with regards to creating and sustaining investor confidence?
The biggest signature of our commitment to climate change is how we have responded to perhaps our biggest threat from the Atlantic Ocean by the massive investments that we have made in partnership with the private sector in the Eco-Atlantic City project. And of course, much more lately, the direct governmental intervention on the extension of the coastline by building groins to protect residential property. And if you see what has happened here in the last few years, since investors got a measure of the kind of protection that will come to this coastline, the change has been truly astronomical. From a broken road to deserted buildings, you now have condominiums, apartments, hotels, banking facilities have all returned. And indeed, last year in December, we had a big show here where there were 40,000 people on New Year's Eve. This was impossible 7 years ago.